Hey, what's up everyone? Ben at ProFixerr, and today on the channel we have another Repair Shop Basics. We're going to be showing you how to transfer over True Tone from one screen to the next. It's actually really easy to do if you have one of these programmers. Everything on my workbench is linked up in the description below, so be sure to check that out, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel and also like this video, and please comment below what you'd like to see in future videos. Without further ado, let's take a look at this JC programmer and see what it does. Here in front of me on the workbench, I have an iPhone 10 that we repaired a little while ago. This is one of our test devices that we use for recording and a bunch of other things in the store, and it's just an extra one that we had laying around. At the time, we did not transfer over the serial number to maintain True Tone. I'm going to show you that now. So if you go into the settings on this particular device, you'll notice that it does not have True Tone. The way you find this is if you just go to settings, down to display and brightness, right underneath night shift, you should have an option for True Tone where you can toggle it on and off. This particular one had this original screen on here when we brought it in, but it had a crack in the display, so we swapped it out for one of the soft OLEDs that we picked up from Injured Gadgets. Link that up in the description below as well, so you can get those for your devices too. But we never transferred over the serial number because it wasn't really important for us, seeing that it was just an extra device that we had laying around the store that we had no intention to sell. However, at this point, we want to transfer it over because we want to maintain True Tone. I went ahead and found the screen, and luckily it was just sitting on my desk in the box still, and I have no idea why I kept it, but for this video it's going to be awesome because we're going to take the serial number from this one and transfer it to the new screen. So, like I showed before, this particular one, if we type in the passcode here, we can see that it does not have True Tone. What we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and transfer with this JC programmer the serial number. This JC programmer is pretty awesome. You just take a lightning cord and plug it in the bottom. It's going to power up after just a few seconds. And then we have the two buttons on here. This thing is incredibly simple to use. Basically has a read and a write button. So after this is booted up, we're going to connect our screen to it, and then we're going to transfer it over. Now that it's booted up, we can connect our screen and it will then show us that it's reading. So the way that you do that is you go ahead and take the bottom flex, which is the smaller of the two, and you connect it to the 1010S spot. Very easy to do. You just clip it right in. On the JC programmer, it does tell you a couple different things on here. For one, it's going to tell you what type of screen it is. It's a 10 or 10S screen. And then it's going to tell you the serial number, and then as well a bunch of other different data. So it says it's connected. If we disconnected it, it will say disconnected. So make sure that you have the connected confirmation there and that we're plugged in, and click read. It's going to say reading data, flash the light, and now it is ready because it has read the underlying file 001. So now what we need to do is we need to disconnect this and set that off to the side. And then we're now going to take this one here and connect it up. Let me get it disconnected from the phone itself. And there we go. We're going to set the housing off to the side real quick. And now we're going to go ahead and plug in the same small bottom flex into the 1010S spot. So as we can see here, this particular one doesn't have any data on the screen itself. It's all completely blank. However, at the bottom here, we still see that it says read underlying file 001. That is actually referring to the files that it read from the old screen. So what we'll do in this case is we now want to click writing. So it says whether to write data 001, no or yes. We're going to click yes, and then we're going to let it do its thing, and it's going to write the data to the new screen. So now it says that it's complete. Now it's going to verify the data, and as we see here, it's going to pop up with all of the serial number and all the other data that it read from the original screen. So incredibly cool. At this point, it says data verified correct. That means that it compares it and verifies that the data that it placed onto the screen is the data that it read from the old screen. So really cool stuff. Let's go ahead and unplug this one here. I'm going to set that off to the side. And now we're going to plug our new screen that we were originally using to our device. We're going to plug in our Face ID. And then now we're going to plug in our screen itself. Get those plugged in well, and then the battery. So now let's go ahead and boot this up, and we're going to see if it is restored in the settings True Tone. Shouldn't take long to boot up. Some of the really cool things about this is you can transfer over the vibrate data from iPhone 7s and iPhone 8s. You just plug them in and it can actually transfer it over. That's not necessarily too important. A lot of people have said that they have confirmed that there is no issues as far as not transferring it over, but this device can transfer over vibrate data as well. This particular one will do all the way from 7 to 7 Plus, 10, 10S, and then 10S Max, and then also the 10R. They do make new updated versions that will do some of the other ones to maintain True Tone, but this is the one that I have for this particular video. So let's go ahead and take a look at this here. So unable to activate Face ID. The back camera on this particular one does not work. So it's disabled all the cameras on it as far as from what we can understand. Now let's go ahead and take a look inside of display and brightness. And as we see here, just like magic, we now have True Tone that we can now toggle on and off. So as we can see, even if you did accidentally install a new screen and neglected to transfer over True Tone, you can always go back, retrace your steps, transfer True Tone, and restore that to the device. But the one thing you will need to have is you're going to need to have the original display. Without it, you're basically going to be out of luck and you won't be able to transfer True Tone over. So now this particular device is as OEM as possible concerning the screen repair and with True Tone. So pretty cool little feature there that we transferred over with our JC-V1. Really cool little device, and I do recommend these. I've linked this up in the description below as well, but this will get you the most OEM repair that you can by transferring over the serial to maintain True Tone and have the full experience that the device was intended to have. I appreciate everyone that's still watching, and if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe to our channel, and please comment below what you'd like to see in future videos. And as well, everything on my workbench is linked up in the description below. And if you like this particular training and you would like us to personally teach you and your repair shop how to better your workflows and to increase your knowledge on repairs like micro soldering, check out the link in the description below. We have a fully online mentored repair course where we teach you all about soldering and all about how to increase and better your workflows in your store to not only just turn more screwdrivers, but to turn more profit. That is our ultimate goal with starting ProFixerr. And so if you check out the link in the description below, you can learn more about how we can guide you through this mentored process through our online courses. And I would love to take you through that whole process and see a repair shop transformation for you. But once again, my name is Ben from ProFixerr, and I'll see you in the next video.